I'm not a licensed piercer or an apprentice. These tips or ideas Ivy shared has helped me. These are my opinions or things I agree or disagree with. You make your own choices and decisions, please.
Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. This is my first video out for this page. Today, obviously by the title, I'm gonna be talking about my Daith, or pronounced Doth, and my Tragus. I had posted a Girl Don't Do It on TikTok, and I started getting a lot of questions on each platform that I had posted that TikTok on. So I just want to just address it for all those who were asking me. So I will cover the pain, my experience with the piercing shop that I went to. Shout out to Robert Body Piercing in Columbia, South Carolina. It's been 24 hours since I've had the 3 piercings. So I will tell you what I've done and what I've been using and how I slept throughout the night. I slept pretty darn good. I have 2 kids, so I was able to get some rest and not be in pain. I woke up with no pain, no bleeding, no crustiness. I'll cover everything later on in the video. I want to make a video just to cover it, and people in the future, they have more information, old videos to come to, especially because I didn't see a lot of informational videos. I mean, I've seen a lot of videos of people being pierced, but a lot of them didn't talk about their experience. You know, so it'd be nice to have a variety of videos. So here is one. So the night before, for like 4 to 5 hours in the middle of the night, I could not sleep. My stomach had the bubble guts and butterflies. I was nervous. I just kept watching videos. And with all the piercings that I've had, some of them I don't have in anymore, I did that. I watched YouTube videos. I mean, who doesn't? You just have to see it, like, you know. And I lost my train of thought. What was I about to say? So as I was saying before, yeah, it was just, my night was uncomfortable just because I was nervous. I advise that everyone or anyone who decides to get these piercings or any piercings at all or tattoos, look up the shop. I know a lot of people just go and get piercings and stuff like that, but you got to be careful because I personally, this is my opinion, I feel like a lot of videos, and whether it's on any platform, any pictures, any reviews that are like horrible reviews, I feel like those people went and just got it. They didn't like look deep into who's piercing them, what their website, if like they're really good, like not really good, but like if they're like if they've been doing that piercing more than like 100 times or so. Like, that sounds stupid, but yeah, I hope you understand like what I'm trying to get at. Like, and yes, there's a lot of people, you know, their bodies just reject the piercing, or like maybe the piercer was having a bad day and just excuse my language. What I did was I Googled shops, and the shop that had the most reviews, I read all the reviews, like literally almost every single review, and they had over 500 something reviews. I read the reviews, I looked at pictures, videos, I went on almost all social medias except for Twitter, and I liked what I seen. And especially because the 2 piercings, I say 2 because these are the same piercings, and then you have that one. So if I don't say all 3 and I say 2, that's why. Don't want to get technical. So yeah, so I like just looked up everything, even the piercer's TikTok. I watched her TikToks and stuff like that, which, you know, it helped ease like the nervousness and the unknown. And I don't like the unknown of not knowing when it comes to anything. So that helped. But my experience with it was great. Like, my face didn't seem like it, but they made my experience, like my nerves and stuff, calm down. Like everyone in there, like, okay, so I'm jumping and stuff. Let me go back. So yeah, I did my research, and compared to the other shops, their Brain fart. So the other shops, they had high reviews too, but if you ever go on Google, like when you look up so you go to Google, your Safari, Chrome, whatever, and for me it was raw body piercing shop. So when I press when Google and all the links and stuff pop up, the shop pops up and it has like call and website and stuff like that. So when you would like scroll over to reviews, you can see 5 going all the way down to 1, and it'll show you like yellow of not how many, but like majority of which. And a lot of the shops had 5 all the way across, but they had a lot of 2s and 1s. Like that yellow line was very far. Compared to raw body piercing, they had it was like this, like really real, like your patience was wearing thin. It was real thin. And so I like that. And again, they had the highest reviews. All their reviews were really good. They had a couple bad reviews, but any place you go to gonna have a couple bad reviews. But that situation, that's none of my business. But anyway, yes. So they had more great 5-star reviews with full length description of, how they were pleased, how they were treated. They had pictures. So it was just, for me, that was where I was going to go, or where I went. So shout out to Raw Body Piercing. Thank you so much. So yeah, so now going to my experience. When I got there, like I said, I was shaking. My hands were kind of not hecka bad, but I could feel it bad. My nerves, my stomach was bubbling. But when I got in there, she said, you have an appointment, and you walk in, have an appointment. So I, did the with your phone and stuff, you scan it on your camera and sign in and all that. And that was easy. I was seen in less than 4 minutes. People say 5, but literally it was less than 4 minutes. We went to the back, it's very sanitized. They're following, the coronavirus situation stuff, mask, hand sanitizer everywhere. Everyone, there wasn't that many people in there, so I can't speak on social distancing as far as crowds of people. But as far as the people that were in there, about maybe 10 people for the entire building, I'm going to assume 10. The chairs were distanced, they were just following the guidelines. So I appreciate that. Sorry, my son's in the background. So yeah, so we go to the room. He had already had my jewelry, all sterile, needle sterile, washed his hands, gloves, mask, everything that a shop should have, whether it's a piercing or a tattoo. Everything was wiped down. It was spotless. It was clean. So he started with this one. Now I'm going to say it was a 2-3 out of 10. No, I'm lying. It was a 1. It was a 1 to 2. Let's say that. It was a 1 to 2, not a 3. It was a 1 to 2 on the scale of pain. It reminded me of someone biting you. And I mean, if you have a toddler or a little sister, a child around you, and they bite you when you're playing and they nip you. That's what it felt like. But on your cartilage, it wasn't, and I am in the middle of the pain tolerance. You have low and you have high pain tolerance. I'm in the middle. I've had 2 kids, but I also had an epidural too. So it wasn't that bad. This one really wasn't that bad. My tongue ring hurt more than this did. And you would think that would hurt more than this did. For this one alone right here, yeah, no, it wasn't nothing. So if you get one, it wasn't nothing. Now this side, also too, I've heard a lot of people say, which I think that's true, your body, but your body doesn't expect it. So it's oh, okay. But yeah, so this one wasn't nothing. These ones over here, the Daith or Doth, it was pretty painful. If you had an industrial bar, it was maybe like 2 notches turned up than that. If you haven't had industrial bar, I don't know what else to compare it to. Shoot. Have you ever stubbed your toe? There we go. If you like really stub, like not to where you had to go to hospital, but like you stub your toe and you're just grabbing, you're like, that's what this felt like on cartilage. Like if you like pinch your cartilage, you know, you can like get an idea. Like if you have nails and you just pinch it, you can get an idea of like what that feels like. Now put that with stubbing your toe. That's what that felt like. As weird as that may sound, but that's what I can compare it to right now. So that is what hurt, but it wasn't like pain that was like staggeringly long. It was like maybe 10 to 15 seconds, literally like seconds, that it hurt like that. It did bleed. Again, I don't have any videos or anything like that, but it did bleed because I seen like the paper towels and stuff and I could feel it. But I was sitting up. I didn't explain that. I was sitting up. I was sitting, like the chair was, it was a chair, but it was like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a black chair. Yeah, so the chair, I found a picture on Google, looked like this. And so I didn't get blood in my ear. And I mentioned this because when I was watching those YouTube videos, a lot of people were either laying down or laying down like this. And so the blood, for the ones who did bleed, it would get in their ear. And like a lot of them had said that they couldn't hear because they had, even though they were plugged with blood and, you know, things like that. So, but no, I was literally sitting in a chair, like a chair, but it was like back, but it was like a piercing tattoo chair, as you seen in the picture just a second ago. So, I was leaned back with my head turned like this. So when he did do it, sorry, I seen like this little, it looked like smoke. Anyway, yeah, so the blood wasn't dripping and it was probably like a palm size amount of blood. For the shop that I went to, Raw Body Piercing, they had 3 piercing like jewelry options. So one was a horseshoe that looked like this. The other one was like this. I don't know what you want to call this. And then the last one is the circle like this. Let me take care of this can. I'm back. So, as I was saying, what was I talking about before? Oh yeah. So this is the jewelry that I got here. Yeah. It's a clamp, like it was like, and it clamped in, a secure, clamp. Yeah. I heard it click. He was like, it's gonna clamp together, clamp. And so that's the 3 options that my piercing shop had. Now I've seen people get like heart and stuff like that, and I've asked about the heart, and he said he's been piercing for over 14 years, and he's licensed in more than 2 states. So he said in his professional opinion that a heart would not be recommended, especially for the healing process. Now, that is not saying that other piercers or other people's experiences who had the heart and kept the heart for a long time and had a great healing process. That's just what my piercer, in his opinion, to me, recommended. So I got, you know, the circle rather than the other 2 options that I showed you guys. So like I said, for the pain, it is literally like stubbing your toe and pinching your ear like this, like really, really hard. That's what that felt like. And it was like no more than 10 to 15 seconds, literally, of pain. And again, it was about this much blood. So it wasn't a lot. People may bleed more. Some people bleed not at all. It just depends on the person. But yeah, that's for me. This one. So this one hurt more than this one did, way more, but less than the Doth did. It felt like I mentioned before with here, like it wasn't too bad. I think more so it hurt because I had already just got this and this one hurted. And like I said before, with this one, you know you're about to get pierced, so you're nervous and you got the bubble guts and stuff like that, but your body doesn't like physically know it until it's like already, boom, the jewelry's, you know, pierced, jewelry's in, boom. Then it's like, oh, then you just have like that little sensation, but it's not like pain sensation. You just know it's there and that you were just pierced. So your brain was tricked. This one, there was no tricking my brain because I already got this one, which again, that was a breeze. And that one was the one that hurt. So it was like, my brain was like, oh God. And then, you know, then I got this one. So I think that's why it hurt. But I think if I didn't get the Daith or the Doth, pronounced Daith or Doth, it wouldn't have hurt that bad. Maybe a little bit more than this, but not like, yeah. But I recommend them. I love them. To me, they're awesome. But yeah, so I love it. Thank you again, Raw Body Piercing. I really do. Greg, thank you. Like, I love them. But yeah, so now as I got through the pain part, I hope that helped. And as I mentioned before, I believe I mentioned before, I already have 2 kids, but I had an epidural. So, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you have kids, you know, you should be able to take any kind of pain, you know, here and there. No, boo-boo. Especially when you get an epidural. I don't have a high pain tolerance. So, yeah, I have other piercings, but, you know, my nerves got the best of me, and then boom. And that doesn't make no sense. Anyway. Yeah, so as far as pain, so for those of you who asked me about the pain, it don't last longer than, I'm gonna go round up, it don't last longer than 20 seconds, if that. And again, some people have no pain tolerance, some people have really high pain tolerance. I'm in the middle, and like I said, I've had 2 kids and I've had multiple piercings, and that was just the pain for those for me. If y'all have any questions about these piercings, I remember, like, well, everybody get earlobes, but like the industrial bar, the Ashley piercing, the tongue or the nose. I remember those stories. I remember what the pain felt like. So if you want to know about those, I can do a whole nother video on that. If a lot of people already have them though, but I've seen a lot of people with these, but not too many people have these. So I figured why not put a video out. Again, it's been a little over 24 hours since I had them, and I'm gonna show you one more time. This is what it looks like. So, yeah. I also got the earrings from them. They are titanium grade, just because I can't have like the other metals. I'm not gonna name them all because I can't remember them all, but other metals irritate my ears, make them really red, really itchy. These did it for me. These are, you know, I got my son some too. And again, my shop sells them there. Okay, so to cleaning, what I've been doing in the last 24 hours. So I was told to clean 2 to 3 times a day. I bought this. You can get this at Amazon. I'm gonna put it right here. And I got mine from my shop, which I think a lot of shops nowadays sell them. When I got these piercings, the lip piercing and the industrial, they didn't have like cleaning stuff. They just told you what you can use, or like they had that little, like, you know, when you go to Walmart back in the day when you used to get pierced. I don't know about Claire's, but Walmart, and they give you that little white bottle with like the solution in it. That's what kind of stuff I was given for like this and that. I don't know if it was the same stuff, but it resembled that. But now they have this right here, like I showed you in the picture. You can get it at Amazon, probably Walmart. It's the same price at the shop as it is on Amazon. But this is the one I have. One is a fine mist. The other one is more like a direct shot, but I like the mist one. It is cold. It does get you when you spray, but it does get in there, especially when you angle it and stuff. But this is it right here. So yes, and this is what it's like. Let me do it on this side. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So what I've been doing the 2 to 3 times that I clean, and I've been told you don't want to over clean it, but you don't want to under clean. And that goes for any piercing. But just, you know, if you're gonna do it 3 times, space it out. Now, I personally feel like if you're at home all the time and you have nothing touching them, like your hands, your ears, your hair's completely slicked up, like there's nothing legit touching it, like you don't have to worry about, I mean, of course your body produces germs and stuff like that, and this and that and third. A piercer, licensed piercer, not like, this is just my opinion. Don't come for me in the comments. I feel like though, if you don't have any crust, no bleeding, and you don't have, like, you're not doing nothing like where you're sweating or like, just, I don't know how to break it down, but like if you see where I'm going, I feel like two times is just fine. But if you're like at work and you're working out, or you're walking, or you're going hot, you got humid, like out here it gets humid, so you're gonna sweat, you're gonna have like that, then I would suggest, yeah, 3 times a day. But that's just me. So I've been cleaning only 2 times a day just because I'm a stay-at-home mom right now. So I don't do nothing. My kids don't touch it. Since I got them pierced, I went from pigtails and my hair being down to just putting my hair up. So like nothing, like literally you could tell there's nothing really touching it. So my house is cold. Like I'm not like, just, you know, if you're catching my flow, I'm only doing it 2 times a day, and it's only been 24 hours. So I cleaned it yesterday, once towards bedtime, just because it was kind of cleaned earlier when I got them done, and because I got it done in the afternoon, and then I've done it this morning, and I'm gonna do it again tonight. But yes, so I use, like I already showed you, this spray, and what I do is I'll like spray it, like I'll put it like right there in this groove, and I'll spray it so that it drips down, and then I'll kind of move the earring forward with the Q-tip and just help it like go up. So like, I'm not gonna put it down, but and then I spray upwards so you can get in that cut and you get right there. And then I spray this like right here so that it gets in this crack over here. And then this one, I do the same thing to get the crack, and then I just do it like this, like right in the ear to get behind there. And then a lot of people suggest not using Q-tips. I use Q-tips. Just be gentle. That's all I'm gonna say. Like a lot of people just pack like cotton ball or like the little flat circle like makeup remover ones, and you know, pack. That's what I've seen on YouTube, but I already have Q-tips. I'm just gonna use my Q-tips. So what I do is, as you know, it's a spray. It's not like you can just pour it, and I don't want it all to go to waste when I'm just trying to spray like a single Q-tip. So what I'll do is I have my shot glass. I have to wash it now, but I clean it. You know, wash your hands before you touch and clean your piercings, period. But I, you know, clean it really good, and I'll put however many Q-tips I think I'm going to use, so you know it sits at the bottom, and then I go ahead and spray inside, so then you know it all drips, and then it kind of puddles at the bottom, so that way that the Q-tips get soaked. So not only did I spray it on there, but you know, and let it sit for like not a whole minute. I just let it, you know, as I'm doing this, it's already sitting on there. And then, you know, you take your Q-tip and it's all dripping and stuff, and then you like, you know, I don't know, like I said, this is just how I do it. Your piercer may tell you differently, or whatever, but this is just how I do it. So I'll like, I mean, because it already, you know, has the stuff on it, and I'll push it like gently to get this to kind of come out, and then I'll just like clean around it and stuff really gently, because you don't want the hairs, you know, like you just don't want the hairs to get, whatever. You don't want the hairs to get stuck on it. And I heard that is another reason why people shouldn't use Q-tips, because it can hurt and it can, you know, block it because the hair is stuck, collect bacteria and this, that, and the third. But I'm just gentle with it, and I clean around it, and then I like push how much ever I pushed forward, I push it back just a little bit, because you know you have a big bar, not a big bar, but a decent sized bar, just so you can have that space. So if it swells or if a bump pops up, you know, you have the space. So I'll just clean, you know, I'll push it back a little bit, and then I'll clean around the bar in the back. I'll clean the back of the bar, and I'll clean all around that hole and the surrounding ear. So whatever spray, when I sprayed it got on the ear, I just clean the ear with that. That way it's just clean. And then I do the same for this one. And like I said, I push, like, I'm not going to touch it, but I push that forward. And then, you know, I get behind it, I get on, try to get on top, and then I get in here. I do the same there, and the same with the tragus. And then I'll clean the rest of the ear. Now on my ear, itches. It itches, okay? It itches. I cannot stress this to you enough. For me, it itched. It itches a lot sometimes. Let me not jinx myself, but it hasn't itched in a minute, but yeah. So, I've seen on TikTok to push back here to do this. Now it works sometimes when this actually itches, but it's like the inside of your ear itches. But like this will itch, and I'll just go like this and it helps. But doing it on this one kind of makes this one feel weird. I'm not pushing too hard, but it looks like it. But you know, just going like this, it irritates this when you're pushing it like this to like you push right here like that, whatever the hell you call this, to get that to stop. And sometimes it helps. Sometimes. TikTok trick. So whoever came up with that first, thanks. But that slowly after a couple hours stopped working for me. So what I'll do is I get like a clean Q-tip out of the bunch, and I'll like, because you can feel, so like I'll go in my ear at an angle like this, so that way it doesn't touch the bar, and I'll just rub it around, because sometimes, like I said, it's not, sorry kids. So I don't, okay, so if I'm clean, like in the process of cleaning my ears and I have the stuff on my ears, sometimes I'll go down there. I don't know if that's supposed to go down like you would, I don't know if you're supposed to put that stuff deep into your ear, not deep like touching your eardrum, but like, you know, when you're cleaning your ears. But I did just so that it's all clean. But when it comes to itching, like I said before, I'll get a clean one and I'll do it at an angle so I don't hit the bar. And I'll just kind of rub it around gently to like scratch the inside of my ear, because not only does this itch, the inside of my ear itches way more often than the actual piercing itself. So if the piercing itches, just go like this, unless you have a Daith or Doth in that same ear with the tragus, then just be gentle with it. Just because, like I said, it could kind of irritate it. And then, you know, to itch the ear, that's what I do. And then with this one, I'll like, you can see, I'll angle it down, and then I'll just go in like this is up here, so it's not too bad, unless you're like trying to come in this way then. But if you just go like this and kind of just roll it around in there and spin it at the same time, it should help the itch. Bedtime. So I got lucky, and shout out to my auntie. She gave me this when we came out here from California. It's a lifesaver. So what I'll do is I'll either lay on the bed with this flat, or I'll have like I have a king size pillow. So I'll lay my king size pillow, or like just a single pillow, and then like lay it down, and then that way you have more comfortability. So your head's not just like this, but you're like upright, and I'll lay on it. So I'll put it like this, and I'll lay on it like this and go to sleep. And as you can see, that's how my ear looks. So when I'm laying down, it's like that. And then same for like this. If I want to switch sides, it's like that. And that's literally how I sleep. And so if you get these, like, especially if you get both of them, you do not, I'm telling you, do not, I've been told, and everyone will tell you this, do not sleep on them. If you do not want complications, and you probably muzzled you a little bit. You do not want complications. You don't want bumps. I mean, bumps you can't prevent. Some you can't prevent, and some you can. And when it comes to sleeping, that is one big one you can prevent. And part of the reason why I got my industrial bar failed was because I slept on it after a week. I was told to go up and down and spin it. Don't do that. Do not spin your piercings. Do not mess with your piercings, because you will irritate the cartilage, the skin, any of it. You will irritate it, and friction and things like that. So just don't do that. When it heals around it. Now it's metal. As long as you keep it clean, like get the crusties off and stuff like that, it won't stick. It's metal. It's not going to, I don't know all the professional terms and all the science behind it, but personally, my experiences with my other piercings, besides me messing with this one, it will heal as long as it's clean, you know, and it's not like the sticky, did I just say? Oh, right, the crusties. So as long as, like, say for instance, the front gets crusties, right? Say there's like more space in the front and it gets crusties. And I don't ever clean the crusties. One, it's gonna get infected because you got to get rid of that nasty stuff. And two, it's going to get stuck and build up. And then, so it's not gonna heal properly. And so just don't mess with the piercings. Just only when you got to clean it, just clean around it. Don't go spinning them because, before I say that, I've been told most times, 9 out of 10 people get keloids on their piercing is because it runs in their family. I don't know how true that is, but keloids don't run in my family on either side. So none of my piercings had keloids. So the majority of the reason why I got these bumps was because, one, the piercing was supposed to go through here. You could see the bar through the little bit of skin that it was in. It didn't even go through my actual cartilage. And as you see my cartilage here, it's like, yeah. But it got this scar because, I was told to go like this and spin it. I'm not going to put out the shop. It's in Sacramento. I'm not going to put out the shop's name because of one bad experience. But so it wasn't the same shop though that I got these two piercings from or this piercing from. But yeah, so there's that. Just don't touch them, please. Just don't touch them. Just keep them clean. Invest in one of these pillows. You can get it from Walmart, Ross, DD's. You can get it from anywhere that sells luggage, like the luggage carry-ons and suitcases and stuff. Like Ross, they'd be like from $5 to like $15, depending on how the quality that you get it. I don't know honestly where my auntie got this one from. It was one that vibrates on your neck. Instead though, my son ran the battery down, and it's memory foam, so it does help at night because it's memory foam and it's comfortable. It's not like these. I mean, they're supposed to be comfortable. They go around your neck for plane flights, right? So invest in one of those if you do invest in the piercings. Prices, as far as prices go, so I live in South Carolina. Most prices, no matter where you go, I'm pretty sure remain the same. But for these, it's so my shop that I went to, the way their piercings our prices are a little bit different from some others. So you have your apprentice piercing price, which if you don't know what that is, Google it. I mean, if you have constant tattoos or piercings or something like that, you should know what they are, or just know what they are in general. Anyway, besides the point, where was I going? Prices, right? So just a standard piercing price. This is not for dermal. I think they said not for dermal and something at genital area, but just general piercings for the most part. Don't quote me on this. Go to their website if you're in South Carolina. Just go to Raw Body Piercing. And they have, why am I pointing in my ear like the price is in my earlobe? But yeah, so for one standard piercing is $35, and for two it's $60. For three it's $95. For four, I think it's like $120. Again, don't quote me. Just go to the website if you are near me or whatever, and you can go to this shop, Raw Body Piercing. Just go to Raw Body Piercing, their page will pop up. Go to the website, boom, all the information you need. But yeah, so it was $95 for 3 piercings, and then I paid separate for the studs, and I paid separate, which I paid $15 at the shop for this, and this is the big bottle. They have a little bottle, but I'm obviously need the big bottle because I have 3 piercings. I have to clean 2 to 3 times a day, and for 3 months. Well, I mean, you got to clean it longer than that, but what I was told for me, my healing process at my shop quoted, now this may not be exact because you got to remember everybody is different. Everybody's health is different. The way their cells and all that good stuff works is different. So what he told me, just to keep in mind that it can be from 3 months to a year. Now, again, everybody heals different, this and that and the third. But he said specifically that in 3 months, if it's looking really good, I can change the jewelry. Now, I don't think I'm going to change the Tragus jewelry because that's what I wanted was studs. Oh, I didn't tell you. I had 3 options for, my fault. I forgot to mention the 3 options I had for the Tragus jewelry. I had the regular, the silver balls that look like this. I had the studs I have in now, which is like this. And they had bigger studs, where the diamond was probably about the size of this. Yeah, it was about the size of this one. And yeah, but I asked for the opinion of the people in the front. I apologize, I don't remember their names. But he helped me get my jewelry. He was in the front with the other lady who was very helpful. But I asked them, based off your professional opinion, which I think he was an apprentice. Am I saying that correctly? Apprentice. I think he was, because from looking at all their piercers and apprentices on their webpage, I think he was one, and I'm sorry that I don't remember your name. But he recommended, because of the size of my tragus, that this would be cool, but this would overpower it. And I wanted it to look, because I'm going to school for nursing, so I want it to look subtle but still be like boom, and that's what I got. So I'm pleased with the size that I got for my size tragus. But those were the 3 options that I had, so I got that. And then as far as the Daith or Doth goes, I'm going to change out the jewelry to something. It'll probably still be like a ring, of course, but it'll have like something on it or like a diamond right there. But he said, back to what he was saying, that in 3 months, if it looks good, that I could change the jewelry. That goes for any of them, but like I said, I'm just going to change this one right here. But healing process can range depending on the person, etc., etc. I think I've covered everything. I know I was kind of bouncing around everywhere. This is my first video, first time explaining a piercing. If y'all, again, want to know about these ones and hear me just talk, just let me know. But yeah, so this was fun. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate you guys, and I hope this helped. This is just my experience. Again, I'm not a medical professional yet. I'm not a piercer. I'm not a tattoo person. This is just my opinions, what I know, etc., etc. So yeah, and this, you know what? I'm actually gonna post a picture of what the shop emailed me for their idea and what I need to do to keep my stuff clean. So this is it right here. It's a screenshot that was it was an email, and I screenshotted it and I'll post it right here. Again, don't go chewing them out. Don't go calling them. Every shop has their own way that they want people to clean or clean, but keep their piercings clean and things like that, the way they do it. So every shop is different. Every person or piercer or shop is going to tell you something different, and that's just that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want, go ahead and subscribe, comments, things I can improve on, or tricks and tips you have for keeping your Daith, Doth, and Tragus clean. And for those in the future who decide to get it, good luck. I highly recommend these piercings. Bye.